Hi there, welcome to Apple World C. Each time she made a reference to hip-hop bounce culture, there was something amiss with it, and it was something on my compact disc. That was the biggest presentation of hip bounce. Oprah Winfrey has been moving of late for many unacceptable reasons. Furthermore, after Ice 3D Square as of late revealed he's been prohibited from the Oprah Show, fans called attention to the fact that it was really 50 Penny who initially uncovered Oprah a long time ago for blaming everything on individuals of color while safeguarding white hunters. His quarrel with Oprah has been happening for a really long time, and he has been trolled constantly by her. Truth be told, he even named his canine after Oprah and his feline after Oprah's BFF Gail Ruler. That is Oprah. That is Oprah, all right? Named after Oprah furthermore, your feline's name is Gail. Yet, all right, Gail. Yet, however interesting Fiddy seems to be, fans are saying that he's really talking realities about Oprah having a plan against individuals of color, and that Oprah's set of experiences of blaming everything on dark performers isn't anything to chuckle about. So what precisely did Fiddy say about Oprah pursuing people of color? Does she truly have a plan? What's more, is that the way in which she made her progress? How about we get into it? I've been rejected by Oprah. You know, on Oprah? On Oprah. No doubt I've been rejected. There's an extremely boisterous conversation happening about Oprah's supposed associations with obscure figures in Hollywood. Also, fans are saying Oprah got to where she is by attacking and taking advantage of dark performers. The idea that Oprah isn't as decent as she'd like everybody to think has been coursing on the web for a long time. What's more, after Monique as of late said she's actually hanging tight for an open acknowledgement from Oprah for debasing her, Ice likewise took a stand in opposition to Oprah, uncovering that Oprah prohibited him from her show. This incited fans to dive further into Oprah's past. What's more, this is the means by which 50 Penny's old meetings reemerged, where he cautioned the public that Oprah isn't who she professes to be. Oprah has an extensive history of faking cozy associations with famous people to get sufficiently close to their confidential data, which she then, at that point, exploits to support her evaluations. Michael Jackson, Monique, and Toni Braxton are only a couple of names who had first-hand insight into Oprah's false reverence. Various celebs have reprimanded Oprah for being a traitor, with 50 Cent once depicting her as an Oreo. Apparently dark, but internally lined up with white points of view. These comments from 50 Penny arose after Oprah condemned him for his express verses and asserted that specialists like 50 Penny propagate unsafe ways of behaving. That is when Fiddy terminated back and said that Oprah, quote, began with an individual of color's perspective but has been taking care of moderately aged white American people for such a long time that she's become one herself. Be that as it may, 50 Cent isn't the only celeb who has this impression of Oprah. Ludacris additionally recently scrutinized Oprah for being obscure after she welcomed him to her show, just to embarrass him on public television back in 2005. Ludacris and the cast of the film Crash showed up on the Oprah Show to advance their film. However, rather than allowing Ludacris to discuss his part in the venture, Oprah put a spotlight on him for utilizing the N-word in his tunes. I was there for an accident for the film. No doubt. What's more, essentially, she expressed something about not concurring with my music. Yet she figured I did perfect in the film. What's more, obviously, I was up there with the entire cast of Crash. Thus, I didn't really feel like that should have been said. You know, you disagreed with my music. Also, regardless of whether you concur with specific tunes, I might say you disagree with specific melodies. Try not to say you simply disagree with my views as a whole. Correct, right? What's significantly more wrecked is that Ludacris didn't take Oprah's snare, and he really answered in a savvy way. Notwithstanding, Oprah wound up removing Luda's reaction and essentially making him seem like an idiot. She had the option to express out loud whatever she said, and afterward I had my answer. Also, when I saw the last show, her remarks were in there, and yours weren't in there. Mine weren't in there. So it just seemed as though I sort of took it. And afterward, obviously, there's Dave Chappelle, who broadly showed up on the Oprah Show subsequent to turning down a $50 million arrangement from Funny TV and escaping to Africa. Dave attempted to make sense of how he needed to escape since such rewarding arrangements accompany specific circumstances. Be that as it may, Oprah continued to attempt to get Dave to concede that he freaked out. Partners were cited as saying that you had become progressively neurotic. Could you say you were suspicious? Sure. As a matter of some importance, what is an individual of color without his neurotic assault? You could win 100 in a poker game and be on the tram. You're going to investigate your shoulder? They recently said everything. I had $50 million. That resembles making me a noticeable man. So, did you go to a mental medical clinic in South Africa? Better believe it. Hoo. Dave additionally discovered that individuals around him attempted to persuade him to take an antipsychotic prescription. But Oprah completely excused this more than once, telling Dave he was presumably worried and suspicious. They're attempting to persuade me that I'm crazy. They were attempting to inspire me to take a maniacal drug. I said, definitely. I'm not taking this medication, man, since I know how these individuals will be attempting to control you or perhaps ruin you. I was apprehensive, as however you were worried. And that is the reason. No inquiry. However, it's extremely distressing for somebody to continually stroll behind you and say, you're crazy. When discussing embarrassing individuals of color for evaluations, it's likewise essential to note that Oprah is a dear companion of Tyler Perry, who's additionally confronted allegations of sustaining unsafe generalizations about individuals of color in his movies. Truth be told, entertainer and voice mentor Brandon Jay, as of late, became a web sensation on TikTok when he uncovered Tyler Perry for constraining him into depicting a gay person. Brandon said he was first cast in the sitcom Meet the Tans and relegated to the job of Jeffrey, a secondary school youngster managing menaces. Nonetheless, as per Brandon, Tyler, and Perry rolled out unexpected improvements to the content and informed him that his personality would now be gay and that he would have a heartfelt interest in his harasser. In the center of Mr. Perry switching around the scenes, he says, "You know, I maintain that Jeffrey should be gay, and he has eyes for his harasser. That is not the thing I tried out for." Tyler Perry's portrayal of female characters has likewise ignited critical debate, and he's confronted claims of building up harmful generalizations about individuals of color. As a matter of fact, Incredible Chief Spike Lee once alluded to Tyler Perry's films as, quote, coonery nonsense. However, similar to Oprah, Tyler Perry appears to be unequipped to tolerate any sort of analysis. What's more, this is the way he answered Spike Lee. "I'll punch the damnation out of you. Say something, Mrs." That is my response to Spike Lee. Push off. Go. In the interim, Oprah has additionally confronted criticism for safeguarding her strong white companions, including hunters like Harvey Weinstein. Oprah's nearby association with Weinstein was commonly known for quite a long time, and Oprah really appeared to be exceptionally glad for their fellowship. But then, when Weinstein's activities with SR were uncovered, Oprah attempted to limit her relationship with him and asserted she paid no attention to his activities. Nonetheless, different celebs have openly asserted that Oprah was completely mindful of Weinstein's wrongdoings. As a matter of fact, as per sources close to Weinstein, after his wrongdoing and charges were unveiled, Oprah contacted Weinstein and offered her help. A source who worked with Weinstein told TMZ that Weinstein, quote, over and over told his group and companions that Oprah called him and said he expected to stand up and guard himself. Also, when he did, she would be there in a jiffy, supporting him. The source likewise shared that various influential individuals called to voice support. Yet Weinstein singled out Oprah again and again. Obviously, Oprah later denied this. Notwithstanding, celebs like entertainer Rose McGowan and artist Seal asserted that Oprah understood what Weinstein was doing from the start. In one tweet, Rose alluded to Oprah as a reptile, and she said Oprah is tied in with supporting a debilitated power structure for individual increase. In the meantime, Seal likewise blamed Oprah for concealing Weinstein's violations, and he posted a photograph on Instagram of Oprah and Weinstein close by the text. At the point when you have been a contributor to the issue for quite a long time, however unexpectedly, they all think you are the arrangement. In the subtitle Seal composed, graceful, I neglected truth be told. You'd heard the bits of gossip, yet you had no clue he was a very youthful, naive entertainer who thusly had no clue about the thing they were getting into. My awful hashtag is unctuous. Hollywood. As may be obvious, Oprah's history of blaming everything on dark performers while safeguarding genuine hunters is hazardous, no doubt. Furthermore, fans are presently commending 50 Penny for seeing through Oprah's demonstration sometime before the remainder of the world got up to speed. In his new meeting with the Watchmen, 50 again brought up exactly how unscrupulous Oprah is, and he said she purposely attempted to depict his music as oblivious while declining to recognize his point of view. "I had a chance multiple times and I composed music about it," 50 said. Everybody composes something that can interface incredibly well with a difficult second. So you're saying we shouldn't lucidate or compose it in the manner in which we encountered it? In the meantime, 50 likewise blamed Oprah for having a plan against people of color. And he wrote in a since-erased Instagram post, "I don't see the reason why Oprah is pursuing people of color. No Harvey Weinstein, no Epstein. Just Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons. This is miserable." With respect to fans, they're saying it's about time somebody considered Oprah responsible for every one of the obscure things she's finished.